and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are live on the Evening Buzz tonight. It's Paul Charron streaming to you from Las Vegas, Nevada. And over there on the other end of the line, we've got my good friend and business partner. Say hello.
Hello, this is Rod Davison coming at you. And I think you forgot one simple thing at that. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages. You forgot that part.
I did. And now, normally, folks, we start the night off with a little Ozzy Osbourne, but I found out that a friend of mine passed away last week, Fergie Fredrickson, former lead singer from Toto. So, a little Toto for you guys tonight, for you Toto fans. And Fergie was a really good guy. I got to meet him a few years ago. And just found out recently he had lost his battle with cancer. So not a fun thing. He was not having a good time there, and for the last little while he actually come out here to Vegas to do a kind of a bucket list trip and to say goodbye to people about a year ago. Kind of a freaky thing to have a friend do, Rod. It was really cool. We got to play some golf, hang out with some other good friends here in town, and had a really good time. But what a great guy. One of these, a rock star in his own right that could have been, one of these stuck-up people, and he is a really, really good guy. Actually, this thing up in behind me here that you guys always see in the show, this is a drum head that he had all the guys in his last band sign for me. And it was a band called the World Classic Rockers, and it was all former members of Journey and Lynyrd Skynyrd, Toto, Eagles, Steppenwolf, and just a great bunch of guys. And Fergie was a member of that band, and so I got to hang out with those guys a little bit. Just a really neat guy, really just a great soul for a person that that was, like I said, a rock star and toured Japan and did all that kind of stuff. So found out that he passed away last week. So sad news for me tonight, but it's good to know that he's not in pain anymore and that the cancer thing is done. So we have got a really cool special treat for you guys tonight. If you've been looking at trying to set up a WordPress blog, you'll know that it's a little bit of work. But if you have the guy like Rod on your team and he can show you how to do it, it's really not all that hard. And tonight, he is going to attempt a live WordPress install as well as set up the blog and everything else. So if you are watching this live, you'll want to take some notes, and you can also watch the recording once that's up and running so that you can see what Rod has done to put this whole thing together. So what's really cool about this show tonight, guys, is you don't have to hear me talking at all. It's going to be just Rod, and I'm going to harass him throughout the night as he's doing this live. But this is going to be really cool. It's going to be a lot of fun, and you guys will get to see really what happens when you know what you're doing. And boy, in the person you, Rod.
Yeah, well, you've talked for almost 5 minutes, so now I got to do this in 25 minutes.
What can you do?
That's all right.
Well, let's hear it.
So, like Paul said tonight, we're going to actually go through and I did already buy a domain so that we don't have to wait for DNS to update, but I'll still kind of walk you guys through pretty much how to buy a domain, how to point it to your hosting, set up your hosting, install your WordPress blog. We'll log in once it's set up, do a few setup things, and then I believe it's is it Tuesday? We're gonna finish up and do some additional things. Just to kind of tweak things to really get it ready to start posting content to.
Yeah, show you some of our favorite plugins and things like that. Now, Rod, before you share your screen, make sure you click on you so that it stays on you and doesn't flash back and forth, so that when I'm making fun of you and taunting you, that it just stays on your screen.
Yeah, I can mute him out if it gets too annoying. So. Okay, well, let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen here.
Let's do this.
Okay, so everything looking good at this point, Paul?
As of right now, yes. You were froze for a second, but I think you're good. We can see your
Okay.
screen now.
All right, perfect. So basically, whenever you want to buy a domain, you can, you can buy domains from anywhere. I pretty much started with GoDaddy, so everything that I have I bought from GoDaddy. Now my hosting I actually have at HostGator, so I'm just going to quickly show you guys how to buy a domain and how to point it over to the hosting, and we'll kind of get started from there. So generally you just type something in here. I don't know, the evening buzz show maybe or something. Anyway, you just put whatever name you want in there. You do a search, and it'll come back and tell you whether. So as you can see, this one here is available. So we can go ahead and just add that to the cart and continue, and it'll walk you through, buying that domain. So once you actually, and then if you do some searches on Google, there's some coupons out there for. Sometimes you can find some for 99 cents. Sometimes $1.99 is a pretty common one. So you can use a coupon for the first year for $1.99. So you can get that done pretty simple. So let's go ahead and just log in here to my GoDaddy account here.
And another popular one, Rod, seems to be Namecheap. I'm with you. I use GoDaddy, and it's a matter of preference. You're not going to host it there, so.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you can buy domains from 50 million different places, so it's really not a big deal. So we're just going to go to visit my account and see where it says domains. We're just going to hit launch. And I know Paul and I are both kind of, I don't know what the nice term is, but we got a boatload of domains. But the one we're going to use tonight is the Evening Buzz Training. So that's the WordPress site that we're going to set up tonight.
Were you going to say Domain Horse?
Yeah, I was, but I figured
I'll say it.
I figured you would. So. So anyway, the main thing that you want to do is once you click on here, let me go back to all domains real quick. So you're going to find the domain that you want to point to your hosting. You're going to click on it here. And then you're going to go up here to where it says DNS zone file. And what we want to change is this IP address right here. So you just click on edit. And as soon as that comes up, then there's a little pencil right here. You just click on that and it'll put it into edit mode, and then you just basically you can paste the IP address. And let me log into the hosting this is the HostGator hosting that I use, and we're going to give you guys some links and some stuff that you can access this relatively easy. I have a page on my blog that has all of the resources to get to all these things, so don't worry about that. We'll get that to you at the end. So once you log in here, and this is basically what they call the cPanel. If you scroll almost all the way down to the bottom here, you'll see the IP address is right here. So you can just copy that right there, and then go back over here, and you could paste that in right there. And once you put the IP address, you just hit Save Zone File, and you'll be good to go. So I've already done that because DNS does take, sometimes 15 to 30 minutes to populate throughout the internet. So domain name system DNS basically stands for domain name system, and what that does, it just converts a number to a name. So it's it's a lot easier for people to remember names than it is numbers, unless you're Rod. I have the opposite effect, but anyway. So we bought the domain. We've got hosting set up. So what you're going to want to do now is go in here, and we're going to go to this option here that says Add on Domains. So once we go in here, it's going to ask you for the domain name, which is going to be the eveningbuzztraining.com. And then it's going to ask for a username. So let's just make this somewhat easy. We'll just call it Evening Buzz. And the document root right here, this is basically the folder that it's going to go into. So personally, I like to take off the .com off of that. It's really just a folder because occasionally, if you got to change some things, then you can actually get to it in a couple of different ways if the .com is not there. And I always do the password generator. And I'm going to go ahead, and I know everybody's going to see this, but I'm just going to copy and paste that real quick so that I can get back into it when I need to. And we're going to change that anyway the first time we get in. So use that password. Okay, now we're just going to click on the Add Domain.
Can you just pick your own password there, Rod? Or?
Yeah, you can pick your own.
Okay.
Yep. I usually just let it generate because I'm gonna go change the default one that they generate anyway. So anyway, it says add-on domain addition has completed, and we're just gonna click back on the home here. So now that basically that domain is, so we went to GoDaddy, we pointed it to the hosting, we've actually told the hosting what the domain name is. So now we're all ready to actually install WordPress. And what I really like about HostGator is they make it so simple to install WordPress in this hosting. So what we're going to do is we're going to scroll down here, right here where it says Quick Install.
My Bluehost is easy too. So don't be picking on us other guys.
Yeah, well, okay. So I mean, there's a lot of hosting that does make it easy, but I just know HostGator is really simple. So.
This is the first time I've seen the back control panel, a C panel of HostGator. It's pretty cool looking.
Yeah. So once you hit the quick install, you're just going to want to hit on WordPress, and then you're going to say continue. And then right here, what you're going to want to do is you're going to go down and you're going to find the eveningbuzztraining.com. And then right here, we're going to put the email address for the administrator. And here we're going to put a blog title, so we're just going to call this the same, Evening Buzz Training. And the admin user, we'll just make it admin for now. I'll probably go change it anyway. No, we're not going to make it admin. I'll make it. And then Rod and Davison. And then so that's really all you got to do is select the domain. You don't want anything here. You want to put your email, whatever the title is, your user ID, and your name. And you're going to hit install now. And then this usually takes about, I don't know, 30 seconds maybe. Okay, so you're all done. So let me just grab this password here. So that first password that you saw was actually the FTP password. This is actually the WordPress domain, the admin section for the interface for the blog. So just to kind of clear that up. And then basically, anytime you install WordPress, you just put in whatever your domain is, like the eveningbuzztraining.com/WP-admin. I don't know if you probably can't see that too well right there, but I'm just going to basically copy that. And let's just open another tab here, and we'll paste that in here. And that should go right to the admin page if everything was installed correctly. And it didn't.
And here's where the fun begins.
Okay, let me make sure I spelled this right.
Well, I thought you copied and pasted it.
Well, I wanted to make sure I spelled the Evening Buzz right the first time, so.
Oh.
Let's see if that works. Okay, well, that's interesting. All right. Well, let's see this.
Would it take a second to populate that or no?
Yeah, it might. I mean, it may not. Maybe pointing the domain over ahead of time doesn't do any good until it's actually created in HostGator. So we'll have to give it a minute to get updated. But let's go ahead and talk about a couple things while we wait on that. So Optimized Press is a theme. So basically WordPress, there's tons and tons and tons of themes out there. There's a lot of them that are free. There's a lot of them that cost you some money. Let me just show you my blog real quick. So this is my blog here.
WordPress is the platform.
Platform.
And then the themes are the individual things like Optimized Press.
Yep.
Right.
So, the themes basically is just different designs really of how you want your blog to work. So Optimized Press is what I use, and it's really what most marketers that I know use, just because it has it has really good integration with what they call squeeze pages and sales pages. And as we kind of get a little further along, we'll kind of explain to you and show you what some of those are. But you can see on my blog there, I got a couple of things here with some pull-down menus, and there's some blog posts here, and there's some sidebar things. So all of these are what they call opt-ins. That's tied into Aweber, which is a email list generator and whatnot. So I'll just show you guys real quick on the trusted tools here. This is where all of the resources are going to be. So you can actually get Aweber, you can get HostGator, you can get Optimized Press. So I put everything on my blog there, so it's kind of a one place to go to find all of these tools. And later once we get at the end, I'll pull up a document that has all of the different links to these for you. So anyway, right here on Internet Marketing Trusted Tools, that'll put you right to this page right here, and you got HostGator and Optimized Press right there.
So that's rodadavison.com, right?
Yep.
rodadavison.com, guys and gals, and then go to Trusted Products and then Trusted Tools, and it's right there. And when you click on those, Rod will get a little commission, so do that. That's how he feeds his family.
That's right. So you can actually get to it from Internet Marketing or the Trusted Products, either way. So
oh, cool.
It's in that menu, and it's also in that menu.
Right. You guys need this stuff. You're going to buy it anyway. You might as well go to his website and get it there.
That's right. Absolutely. So, you guys can get it from, whoever you want, but, that's just a resource there for you.
This is going to be interesting, dude.
What's that?
If this doesn't come up.
It'll come up in just a second. So let me just
now, guys and gals, if you're watching this and you have any questions at all, I'm monitoring the question stuff. So if you have questions, you just go into the Q&A, and it should be up there on the top right, and you can drop in any questions that you have, and I can answer those for you while Rod's doing this.
Okay, let's see here. Let's try another refresh here. Okay, well let me just go and make sure this IP address is correct. Let's see, copy that 232.219.89. 232.219. Yep, that's the right one. Okay. Well, anyway, let me go ahead and log out of here. We don't need GoDaddy anymore. We don't need this one anymore. That one anymore. Okay. All right. So let's see here. Let's give this one more shot here. Oh, Firefox prevented a pop-up window. That's probably actually what the problem is, Paul.
There's a pop.
Allow pop-ups.
For the evening buzz. What pop-up would it be preventing?
I don't know. Let me look here and see. I don't know. Yeah, it's just yeah, I don't know what's doing. Okay, well, let's see. Let's close that. Let's start a new deal here and just try this one more time.
Can't you just click directly on that link?
Posttraining.com.
What happens if you just, yeah. Also, it's there. So.
Okay, so that's there now. So now let's try it. There we go. Okay.
All right.
So I'm not too sure exactly what happened, but sometimes it just takes a couple of minutes to get DNS populated throughout everything. So I'll have to check into that. It might be, you might have to actually set up HostGator so that that IP actually knows where that name is. So, but anyway, we're just going to log in right here. Let me grab the password.
Okay, we're at 7:20, so the pressure is on, brother.
Yeah, we got lots of time. Okay, we're going to log in here.
If we have to go a little bit late, folks, we can do that. It's not a problem.
Yep. So the first thing that I generally like to do is just go in here and change my password. And do update. Okay, so this is what the back office of WordPress looks like. So just kind of give you a quick rundown. So the dashboard is just kind of an overview. I don't usually use the dashboard too much, but it's kind of give you an update of different things, your recent activity, and if there's any updates to WordPress and whatnot. We'll skip over Jetpack. Posts is basically, so if you're going to set up a blog, this is where you actually go in here and you can hit add new, and we'll just look at this hello world post. They just kind of put a default post in here, so it just says welcome to WordPress. But so this is basically where you would type your article in your post. So just to kind of give you an idea what that looks like, if we go over here to home.
Yeah, a post is simply an article that you're putting on your blog, folks. So if you're into gardening and you want to write an article about a particular flower, that's where you would go to do your lily post or lily article.
Yep. So basically on my home page, I just have it set up as a summary. So if you want to see the whole article, you just click on full article. And then this is basically the whole entire post that we put in here. Okay. So you can see it's, you know, I have some couple of images. I got a video here and some some article tests, some links and different things, a picture of me, my contact info. And then down here you can, people can leave comments. You can leave Facebook comments. So and then it'll share on Facebook and all that stuff. So it's pretty cool. So,
and you don't need to know any code for any of this, folks. I mean, most of this stuff is pretty much either copy and paste, or there's a particular what's called a plugin or a widget that does this stuff for you, and you just have to know very, very little of this code. You can see right here, you can type in "Hello World" or "Hello Mrs. Kitty" and hit update, and it's going to change that. It's really simple.
Yep, that's right. So right here, there's actually a text version. So like if you're one that knows code and wants to do all the HTML code, you can do that from the text. If you just want to do basically a WYSIWYG interface, is what you see is what you get. You use the visual editor, and it'll basically build all of the HTML code in the background for you.
And trust me, you want to do that as much as possible.
Yep. So the media section here, that's really where you can upload, like when you're going to put pictures in your posts and whatnot, you want to upload those pictures into the media. So there's a library here to set those up. Pages is really, pages is exactly what it sounds like. So that's each individual page that you have on your blog. So like that trusted tools, that's a page. The trusted training, that's a page. The home page, that's a page. So that's where you create all your different pages.
And we'll run through a little bit more of this on Tuesday as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So the main thing that you want to make sure and do is let's see if I can remember where it is exactly. It's in settings. And let's see, I think it's in writing, I think. No, permalinks, that's what it is. So it's under permalinks. You want to, oh, actually, we would probably want to install Optimize Press first because this is going to be a little bit different. So,
yep.
So let's go ahead and install Optimize Press. So let me see, Optimize Press. Let me log in here real quick and I'll just show you guys where you need to go to once you, now this is something you do have to purchase. Optimize Press, and like I said, there's other things out there that are free that will do similar things, but this one is just really good. So right here, once you log into the back office, you can download the application right here. I already have that downloaded. The most important thing is you have to license your site. So this video right here will pretty much run you through exactly what you need to do, but it's real simple. You just, if this is the very first site that you're registering, you just type it in right here. So whatever domain it is, the Evening Buzz, etc., and then you just hit submit once that's in there. So I have several blogs that are using this. So once you've done your first one, and that's done, then any that you want to add later, then you want to put those in down here and hit submit. So I've already actually done both of those, so it's ready to go. So let's go back over here to our new site, and we're going to go to themes. So you can see there's a couple of built-in themes here.
Yeah, the standard ones that come with WordPress.
Yeah, the standard ones that come with it, which I don't think there's too many people that use those, but
no.
So you want to just go to add new, and then you want to go to upload.
Now I will say, Rod, if you guys are just looking at doing a blog, maybe to put your dog photos on, or to write about your dog, or to write about your family, you can use one of those simple themes. But if you're going to do your business online, if you're going to market online, you need to go to that rodadavison.com trusted tools and get Optimize Press. It is simply the best as far as getting your stuff set up to market. The capture pages and all the things that it offers is just phenomenal, and it really is worth the money if you're going to market online. It's a tool. It's really a must-have tool.
Yeah, absolutely. So I mean, if you're an online marketer, it is an online tool, and like Paul said, if you're just doing like a personal blog, you're not really doing anything except just having a place for people to go check stuff out. You're not capturing names and emails and different things. One of the free themes is plenty good. So anyway, I'm just going to browse out to where I downloaded this. It's Optimize Press 1.62, and we're going to open that up. And once that's in there, you can see the names there, and you just click Install Now. And this will take a couple of minutes to install, not too long. So you can see installing theme. Theme was installed successfully, and now we can get going to set this up. So you can see Optimize Press is now installed in there, and we just got to go to Activate.
We're at 728, Rod. 729.
Yeah. Okay. We're pretty good. So when you license your site, it's going to give you the code to use, and this one here. So now you see Optimize Press is activated. So now what we're going to do is go back to settings and permalinks. And basically we want to use this custom structure. And I like to just use post name and get rid of all this other stuff. And get rid of the... Okay, so basically just like that. And then we want to save the changes. So basically what this does is generally when you create a post, and this is really more for if you're going to be marketing and doing what they call SEO, search engine optimization, you really want to have keywords in your title and it basically creates your link to have an actual name rather than a date and a number and all these different things. So that actually creates your, and let's see, I think, let me just log into the back of my blog really quick, because I always forget exactly what that needs to be in there.
I thought it had to have those percentage signs front and back of the post name.
Yeah, they might, and I can't remember, so I'm going to go jump over here real quick and check it out.
And folks, that you want to rename so that you have at least that post name in there. A lot of marketers like to use category post name, because what that does is that sets you up as far as your keyword stuff in your URL. Instead of having that ugly, like if you see the URL, well, you can't see the URL on the top of my screen right now. You can see it on Rod's, but you won't have a URL like he said with a date in there, like 12/23/30. It will actually say, animal doctor / cute puppies, or animal doctor / white kittens, and it will it'll give you better looking URLs so that Google likes it a little bit more.
Yeah, and we'll kind of show you what that looks like here in just a minute. But so yeah, Paul, you were right. So it's /% post name %, and you have to take off the trailing / with Optimized Press. I'm not sure why, but they just don't like it there. It won't save the custom structure if you have that trailing /. So basically, go in and save changes.
I'm gonna have to look at that, because I don't think I have mine off of there.
Oh, really?
I don't think so. We'll have to see.
Yeah, because when you have the /, it won't go past the post name here. It won't stick on custom structure.
Interesting.
Yep. So it'll say it saved it, but that bubble immediately goes right up to post name. Okay, so pretty much we really have the blog pretty much set up to start doing some stuff. I think what we're going to do first, I had a header created for this, so let's go ahead and update the header. See if I can remember where I put that here. Paul knows I put stuff all over the place, and sometimes I have a hard time remembering.
Right.
Exactly.
Now
we're
at the 7:30 mark, Rod. So what do you want to do as far as we can go over a few minutes, or we can?
Just give me about 5 more minutes. I just want to. Whoops, that wasn't the right one actually. That's supposed to be this one here. Okay, and let's see. Right here, we want to check those and check that one. So basically, I'll kind of show you on Wednesday what that means, but basically, I only like to have my comments just on the post, so it's not on all the other pages. So if you if you click those boxes there, the blog customization and this blog customization, then that will basically give you those results for you. So. Okay, so basically we have a basic WordPress blog set up, and we can pretty much start doing whatever we want at this point, really. So let's see, there's one other thing we need to do. I think it's the reading pane here. Once we get Optimized Press set up, we're going to want to set the home page to a static page. So we haven't really set up a post page yet, but really with Optimized Press, this front page really ignores it anyway. So let's just go ahead and see what this looks like at this point. And what we're going to have to do is to actually get the blog header to show up. I'll show you in just a second. I just want to get that real quick so we can finish this up. So I'm just going to go into the sample page real quick. And with Optimized Press, they have templates. And let's just use, I think the blog page design should have the header on it.
Yeah, it should work.
So we're going to change the template here, and we're going to update. And then let's just go preview changes. Okay, so now you can see that we got a header on there. This is basically where all the pull-down menus are going to go. The page is built, and we're pretty much rocking and rolling, and we have a fully functioning WordPress site ready to go. There's some additional things that we can do to kind of tweak it and make it look a little better, but pretty much in general, I mean, that's really all you need to do to get a WordPress ready to rock and roll and start putting posts on there.
Very cool. And just a quick, disclaimer, guys. You don't get to have those two handsome devils at the top of your website. So. All
right. So I'm just gonna really quick. I'm just gonna pull this notepad over just so it's in the video here. So, just we're gonna be doing. Paul and I both have training on our YouTube channels as well as our blog. And if you want to get on our list and get access to all the different training before everybody else gets to it, if you just send a blank email to paulgoesglobal@aweber.com and rodadavison@aweber.com, that'll put you on our list, and you will get emails from us once in a while on some special trainings. And most of the stuff is absolutely free. We do webinars. We do all kinds of stuff that really help you with your business. So. And here's the link for the tools I mentioned. That's where you can get the. That's really where you can get access to the HostGator. You can get access to Optimized Press. If you're a marketer and you need an email list, it also has a link to. What am I looking for? Aweber. So that's your email list. Now, one other thing we want to recommend. I went through this course when I first started blogging, and it really, really helped a lot. And this is called Pro Blog Academy training, and it's a really good training. So you can get that also on my blog at the Trusted Training link. So I just wanted to point all that stuff out there to you, and I'm going to go ahead and take. Let's go ahead and take off a screen share here. And
come on out.
Yep, come on out. And so I think you talked for about 5 minutes, and I took about 2 minutes extra from my 30-minute promise, so I think we did pretty well.
Oh, don't be blaming that on me.
Well, hey, I got to blame it on somebody.
Do you want to pop up that other stuff again before we go? Pop up that other stuff so they can see that, just in case they didn't catch it all.
Actually, let me.
And again, guys, on the bottom of Rod there, and I don't know if we're rotating now or whether you're we're still glued to you, but
yep.
You can see on the bottom underneath the Evening Buzz, guys, you can see the links for MLSP. You can see Rod's blog. You can see my blog. But up above Rod, next time he talks, you can see again the Trusted Tools thing that he was talking about at rodadavison.com/trusted tools, so that you can get access to all of that yep. Cool stuff.
Yep, absolutely. And my YouTube channel and also my blog are great resources, as well as Paul's blog and his YouTube channel. So, don't hesitate to check us out at both of those places. We got videos and training and articles and just resources from all the different places that you really need to if you're going to be marketing online. So it's once you get into it, man, it's a lot of fun. Paul and I have Google Hangouts just for our business all the time, just work on different things, and it's really fun. So.
Yeah, it's a great way to be able to collaborate and work with someone without having to sit next to them in a cubicle. We can actually work from home, so that's really, really cool. But Rod, thank you so much for that. That was awesome. I'm sure that people are going to get a lot out of that WordPress training. You can see, folks, that it's really not that hard to get it set up and ready to go. Now, obviously, if you want to have your blog be really pretty like Rod's, you'll probably want to hire a designer of some sort, and we can actually even recommend some folks for you that can help you out with that. So if you need any help with that, again, just feel free to contact us either on our blog or through Facebook, and we can help you out with that. So that's all we've got for tonight, guys. We ran a little bit long, but yeah, I'll take the blame for it. Rod probably kept to us 30 minutes, and I took us a little bit longer to get here. But thanks for everybody for watching. Again, make sure you check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/The Evening Buzz, and that's where you can to check out more information on the show, get updates on when we are having new shows, what those shows are going to have in them, and all that sort of thing. So thanks again, Rod, and I'm Paul Charron, and I'm out of here. So Rod, you can take it home since you've been talking all tonight. You might as well finish it off.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I just hope everybody got a lot of value out of this. You know, feel free to connect with us on Facebook, like Paul said, and throw some comments out there, whether you enjoyed this or you got some other topics you want covered, or maybe you want some more in-depth training on WordPress that we can go into. The only thing I'll say, Paul mentioned about having a designer do your website, and that's perfectly good. The only suggestion I have is wait till you start making some money before you do all that fancy stuff.
That's true.
Very, very important. So anyway, this is Rod Davison signing out from Fresno, California, and we will see you tomorrow night, where we will be talking about some paid traffic in our Marketing Monday. So we will see you tomorrow night.
Peace out.